Showing your face was the
Whoa,
last
whoa,
mistake
whoa,
you'll
whoa.
ever
I just slept and all of a sudden... Oh, a quest comes up.
make.
I just slept and this conjurer shows up. What the heck? And he summons a scamp? Look at it. And he's got a bound... Looks like a Daedric axe of some sort. Well, here's a little tip, folks. Conjuration is only as good as the person who casts it. So if you see somebody conjure a creature like that and attack you, kill them first, because then their conjured creature can't sustain its life force anymore. Decaying Taint Tome. Yeah, because how conjuration works in the lore is that that creature... They're summoned from another realm, but your life force is what's keeping them, like, to be able to come to this realm and fight for you. That's what binds them to you. So, well, it's 5:19 a.m. Yeah, I got woke up from my sleep. Sometimes when you sleep in insecure places, that can happen. Things can show up and interrupt your waiting or your sleeping. But with that said, I think let's take a look at our map here. So we got to go all the way from here to there. Weynon Priory. Alright, well, I guess it's time we hit the road. Are there any major roads? Yeah, there's one nearby. Now, Zakeen has to think, if you travel the main roads, you're going to probably run into bandits. But if I travel the side paths, I might run into more wild creatures. What's fighting me? Mud crab. Oh boy, the legendary Elder Scrolls creature. Behold, the mud crab and in all its might. Wow, took 2 shots, man. Zakeen, you need to work on your arm. I thought mud crab's more fearsome than you. You'll hear people use that as an insult constantly in this game. Okay, well, that was exciting. Loading area. Oh boy. Yeah, that's how old it is. Sometimes you get a hang up. On PC, 90% of the time it's like instantaneous. On console, it's a second or 2 hang up, but that's back when this technology of loading chunks is kind of new. Alright, well, we might discover a few things on the way, but we're going to get a move on. Interesting. Zakeen seems to remember this place. He's been here before. Yeah, when he very first joined up with the Foresters, he had to ride on his father's horse all the way from Hammerfell, which is, I'll show you, the province that's way up here. It's ginormous. That's just the corner of it. Mostly desert. And that's where the Red Guards are from. And he had to ride through here to go get signed up to be a forester. He remembers the people here were very nice to him. Maybe we'll pop in and say hello. That was, well, that was a long time ago. Funny, it's like 8 or 9 in the morning. I don't see anyone. What? You see that? Is that a floating hoe? I'm pretty sure that's an invisible person working on that. Let's open the gate here. Excuse me, sir. Don't mean to be rude, but,
Talk to Dirham in the inn. I'm tired of this minstrel's freak show our town has turned into.
Okay. Freak show. Right. Interesting. Well, let's go into the inn and see if we can get some answers. What a strange thing going on.
Excuse
there.
me.
Whoa.
We have a small problem that we hope you can help us with.
Okay.
You may be wondering why you can't see me.
Yes.
We are all wondering the same thing.
Great. What happened?
Everyone in Aleswell suddenly became invisible several weeks ago. It was sort of fun at first, but the novelty has definitely worn off now.
I bet.
You can imagine how difficult it is to run an inn while invisible. Once you get a reputation as a haunted inn, you can just forget about it.
Definitely.
So we've all been keeping quiet, hoping the spell will wear off. But we're running out of patience. We're
Wow.
sure it was Ankatar's doing, but we
Ankatar.
can't find him. If you can help us, we will be extremely grateful.
Ankatar. Who's Ankatar?
He's a wizard who took up residence in the ruins of Fort Caractacus a couple of years ago.
Caractacus. I like
He's
that one.
caused us no end of trouble with his magical experiments, but nothing as bad as this. We've tried to find him, but had no luck. If he's still living in the fort, he's hiding from us, and no wonder. If you could find him and get him to remove this cursed invisibility, we will all be in your debt.
Not exactly what Zakeen was planning on doing today. We were kind of hoping to get to Weynon Priory, but maybe we could help these folks out real quick. You know, we wouldn't go out. I don't think Zakeen would go out of his way just to help anyone at this point, but he does have good memories of this place, and this could be the same guy who served him one of his first drinks with his dad, so whatever. We'll give it a shot. Fort Caractacus.
It's just to the southeast of here. Follow the path down the hill. But watch out for the invisible monsters that infest the ruins.
Ah, invisible monsters. Excellent. Okay, well, we'll be on our way now.
Take care.
Yeah, I'll do my best. You too. Don't
How are you?
want somebody running. Oh, there's another guy over there.
I don't want to talk about it. See you. Just leave.
Okay. Yeah, they're a little. It's causing a little bit of tension in their relationship there, isn't it? So we've got an invisible fort. Well, let's set this as our active quest, shall we? Our first side distraction. 0 visibility. I've spoken with people of Aleswell. They're invisible, and there's some guy to blame. In Fort Caractacus. Just had to say that. Fun word. Invisible monsters in the fort? I just got a comment on the fact that of all the times I've started this game, I've never had the weather be this bad. It's like wildfire season or fog or something. It's interesting. Okay, we found the fort. I have no idea what kind of creatures. Oh, we've been discovered by something. Where is it? Oh, right here in front of us. Is that a wolf? Yeah, it's a wolf. I can tell just by the sound. Killed many wolves in my day as a ranger. Yep, and then as soon as you kill them, they ain't invisible anymore. Interesting. Nice ragdoll physics, Oblivion. Oh, nice. Tailspin. Alright, we're going in.
Go away. I don't want whatever you're selling.
Okay, well, I'm not selling anything. I'm trying to get some answers here, sir. Hello? That was odd. Nothing over here. Can we get up in the tower? That sounded like it was coming from up above. Gotta be careful of these invisible creatures.
I told you to leave me alone. Go away.
No. Hang on.
Oblivion take
Whoa.
you. What is it you want from me?
It's Ankatar. Invisibility spell.
Yes, I have been working on a new invisibility spell. As you can see, it works quite well. Why?
Yeah. The people in Aleswell are kind of invisible right now. They're pretty pissed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Everyone in town? Mm-hmm. That must have been what all the shouting was about a few weeks ago. I'm afraid I was engrossed in an experiment that required my full attention.
I'm sure.
You see, in order to increase the efficacy of the spell, the radius was likely to approach the... Oh, never mind, I don't mean to bore you.
Can you just tell me how to reverse it, please?
You can tell them not to worry. The effect is not actually permanent. It should wear off eventually.
Oh. Eventually?
Well, in a year or two, maybe a bit more.
That's
There's
not
no
gonna
way to be
work.
absolutely sure. That's the exciting thing about basic research.
Yeah, you might be dead before then, my friend. They can't wait for a year.
Really? I find being invisible quite refreshing. But if it will get everyone to leave me alone, fine. I did work out a counterspell last week. If I can just put my hand to it. Ah. Here. Stand in the center of town to make sure you get everyone. Oh, and make sure... Never mind. It should be fine.
Wait. Wait. Invisibility spell?
I am sorry about that. Just use the reverse invisibility scroll I gave you.
What's the deal with this reverse invisibility spell?
I've already given you the scroll. Stand in the middle of town, read it, poof! It is exactly like magic.
Yeah, so at this point, he's withholding some information. It's hard to see because I can't see his face, but we're going to go in here. This little tab right here when you're dealing with someone lets you persuade them. So, this system, I just want to give you a heads up, this system is bad. You can click, like, you can start this, and you go around the wheel, and you're trying to get this to, like, 100, so they like you. And depending on your speech skill, you have more options. So it'll show you, like, this is the most effective method, or this will piss them off the most, depending on what you're trying to do. And the higher your speech skill, the more you can click that one area, or several areas that are good, right? If you have a low thing, it's going to force you in a circle. You might do good for a minute, then you'll do bad, then you'll do good. So instead, we're just going to bribe them.
For me, you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
We understand each other perfectly.
Do we? All right. Now, how about you tell me the rest of that deal with their invisibility scroll?
I've already...
Nah, he's not going to do it.
All right. Every little... See?
Okay.
Was that hard?
Yeah, it hurt my wallet. That's pretty much empty now. Can you tell me what the other deal is?
I've already...
Okay.
I am sorry about...
What is the deal?
For you? Of course. That will get
Okay.
you something.
Here we go. Now we're at 77 disposition. Will you please tell me what you're withholding from me? Because I'm out of gold.
Yes, just read the scroll in the middle of town. It should work. Although, just in case, it might be best if you wore this ring while you were casting the spell. I make them myself. Very useful for this kind of research.
Okay.
Not that I think anything will go wrong. Serious side effects are highly unlikely.
Right. Thanks.
Be seeing you.
Ring of protection added. What does that do? The ring of protection. Okay, so we have to wear this ring while we cast the scroll. See, he wasn't going to give us the ring, which could have possibly had dire consequences. That's why you really got to pay attention during dialogue. All right, let me get up here to town again. Alrighty, made it back to town. Let's see what we can do here. I need to stand right in the middle of town where this garden is. I have the ring on. I don't have no idea what that's going to do, but we're going to break the spell. Ready, everyone? Always quick save before things like this. And we have reverse invisibility. Behold! Oh, I've used the scroll Ankatar gave me, and the people of Aleswell are once again visible. Serethi would probably like to congratulate me on my success. Nice. Well, whatever it was, it kept us from whatever bad thing was going to happen to us. Huh. Nice. We can see the orc that's working in the farm now. Alright, into the end we go. Excuse me.
Thank you, thank you. I can't tell you how good it feels to be able to see myself again. My sisters, on the other hand, I wouldn't mind if they had stayed invisible.
Oh, you're a jokester.
Ah, me. Friend, you are welcome at the Aleswell Inn anytime. Free of charge.
Wow. Well, thank you. What's anything new on Ankatar?
We haven't seen him since that whole invisibility mess. I hope it stays that way.
Yeah, you and I both. It's probably for the best. Any rumors floating around?
Ancient way shrines of the Nine are scattered through the wilderness. The righteous who pray there receive powerful divine blessings.
Interesting. Any other rumors?
Ancient way.
Oh, you're just gonna say the same one? That works. Thank
Good
you.
day.
What is
Zoram.
it? Try combining aloe vera
A
leaves
family
with
of
some
dark
venison.
elves.
It's said to have some restorative properties. I see. Take care. Goodbye.
Oh my heck, lady,
Why do
you
you
are
bother me? Go away.
that lady is terrifying. And
Why do you bother
okay,
me?
okay.
Go away.
All right, I'll leave you alone.
Hello there.
I've never really been fond of dark elf women. They're not really my type. Let's see here. We can
Hello.
stay here anytime we
Hello?
want for free. That's
Is
so
there
nice.
anywhere in Tamriel you can avoid rats? Disease-spreading little nuisances.
Oh, you gotta
Good to
love the
know.
radiant AI
What's the
talking
news from
to
the
each
other
other.
parts of Tamriel? Nothing I'd like.
What time is it? 10 a.m. Ah, the day is
Bye.
still young. Cool. Well,
Why
we're
do you bother
okay.
me?
I'm on
Go
my way
away.
out. Leave me alone. All right. Jeez. Well, they definitely weren't the people that Zakeen remembered from when he was here all those years ago, but that's okay. Alrighty, look, and the weather's started to clear up. It's still overcast, but you can probably almost see the Imperial City, the White Gold Tower from here. Oh yeah, look at that, clear as day. There she is, that's where we are imprisoned. The capital of the entire empire right there. Interesting. Alright, well, onward we go. Let me equip our quest, so we got our marker back. If I go to the right thing. These are a lot of DLC load-in quests. Deliver the amulet. Alright, looks like we gotta go ways to where the monks are. We're on our way. Hey, look. Excuse me.
Hello.
Sakipa.
Hello, friend. Stay a while and watch the ship with me.
I'm good, but I'm glad to see you're visible again. I'm guessing you're from the town just behind me here, so... This is an Argonian, folks. These are the lizard people of Tamriel. Fascinating. We will learn more about them. Take care, Sakipa.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Alright, well... Now we're on our way. One thing I'd like to point out is there's a lot of ruined fortresses that are, you know, obviously of human or like empire descent. Keep in mind that we're in the third era of this timeline, and so we're talking, you know, like, for example, those of you that are familiar with Elder Scrolls Online, the events of that game are 800 to 1,000 years before this game. I guess 800, because they're 1,000 years from Skyrim. And they were in the second era. This is well into the third era, approaching the fourth era. So it's definitely an interesting time, but there have been several empires here in Cyrodiil, starting with Alessia, who led the slaves to rebel back in the first era against their Ayleid masters. They became the Royal Imperials and started an empire that would unite the whole, you know, breadth of Tamriel. And then that empire fell to some corruption and religious stuff. And then a second empire rose from a guy named Raymond Cyrodiil. That's where the province is named after. Oh, wolf. Of course. Right, every time I'm trying to talk, leave me alone! There we go. Ugly little sucker. Anyways. So, yeah, Raymond Cyrodiil, he was the second really well-known leader that, you know, had an empire. There were other emperors and empresses, actually maybe just emperors. One of them was a Minotaur, actually, under, is this Fort Ash? Interesting. If you're an Elder Scrolls fan, you're going to notice a lot of these ancient forts were active battle forts at the time of the interregnum. Oh, what's
Pay up, or else.
Oh, great. A highwayman bandit. Well, Khajiit, no. Take it from me if you can.
Easily done.
We shall see.
This ends here.
Oh! Agility is drained. Ooh, I wonder if he had a poison on that, because there's no way that's enchanted. And the hammer really hurts. Fighting in third person in this game, it looks cool, but it is a cluster, so I'll probably be doing a lot of first person combat.
Do
That's
your
because
worst.
of how the camera and third person angles and aims compared to first. Man, this guy's tough. This guy's no petty bandit. He knows what he's doing. Part of it's because I have the difficulty cranked up. Come here, buddy. Ah, when I walked into a power trap and I got wrecked. Come on. I don't want to use Adrenaline Rush. Maybe we could use something else. Oh, I have potions, don't I? I can only drink so many potions at a time. It's a potion of healing. And getting hit with light armor is going to level our light armor. Our stamina's out, so we need to be careful. He could knock us down. When your stamina's out and they're hitting you with a big weapon like that, he could easily knock you down. Oh, what am I doing? Bow. Right. He is tough. There we go. Thank goodness there was only one. Iron Warhammer, it's not enchanted. Huntsman leather pants. Dang, just a tough old Khajiit guarding the road. Trying to take advantage of passerby. Poor guy decided to mess with ex-forester. I gotta give it to him though, that was a good fight. He put a good whooping on us. We're gonna need to rest and heal our wounds here in a little bit, but we'll press on. We're not that badly injured. One thing I love about Oblivion is just in Cyrodiil here how, because it's the center of an empire, you have all these provinces with their own ecosystems and like areas, and they all are coming together. You know, they're converging in one spot, and you get this beautiful collection of different ecosystems and lots of diversity. Odile Farm, interesting. Lots of diversity in the races found here. You'll find a lot of good representation of almost all races in this game versus some other games where, because of where they're located, maybe there's less of a certain type. Is that the Weynon Priory? Looks like a chapel to me. Nice, we've made it. And not a moment too soon. Emperor died yesterday, but it feels like we've been on the road for a week. Oh man, what an adventure so far. We're just getting started. Here we go. Deliver the amulet. I've arrived at Weynon Priory. Now I must take the amulet of kings to Joffrey. Keep healing whenever I get the magicka too. There we go. Let's head in here. Weynon House. Alright. Oh, this guy's gonna talk to me.
Yes? Can I help you?
Monk. Prior Maybril. I must speak to Joffrey.
He's upstairs. Go ahead.
Thank you. Zakeen wants to tell that guy to mind his own business, but, I mean, what's that guy done to us? He's simply just trying to help. So there he is. The man himself. Joffrey.
I'm Brother Joffrey. What do you want?
How do I say this? I brought you the Amulet of Kings.
This cannot be. No one but the Emperor is permitted to handle the amulet. Let me see it.
Here you go.
By the Nine! This is the Amulet of Kings. Who are you? How did you get this? What do you know of the Emperor's death?
Slow down. The Emperor said that we had to close the jaws of Oblivion and find his last heir to do it.
As unlikely as your story sounds, I believe you. Only the strange destiny of Uriel Septim could have brought you to me carrying the Amulet of Kings.
What is the deal with close shut the jaws of Oblivion?
His meaning is unclear to me as well. The Emperor seemed to perceive some threat from the demonic world of Oblivion.
Great.
The Prince of Destruction, Mehrunes Dagon, is one of the Lords of Oblivion. But the mortal world is protected from the Daedra of Oblivion by magical barriers.
How can Oblivion threaten us then?
I'm not sure. Only the Emperors truly understand the meaning behind the rituals of coronation. The Amulet of Kings is ancient. Saint Alicia herself received it from the gods. It is a holy relic of great power. When an emperor is crowned, he uses the amulet to light the dragon fires at the Temple of the One in the Imperial City. With the Emperor dead and no new heir crowned, the dragon fires in the temple will be dark, for the first time in centuries. It may be that the dragon fires protected us from a threat that only the Emperor was aware of.
Ah, yes, now that you mention it, the dragon fires are part of the pact. So he said Saint Alicia, that's the lady who prayed to Akatosh to free her people from the aliens and their bondage. And so he came to her in a vision and said, look, I will help you establish an empire and overthrow these elves that have kept you captive for hundreds or thousands of years. I forget how long. But you have to make sure that so long as your heirs are faithful to me, Akatosh, and wear this amulet, Oblivion will not be able to tamper with men. And that's how come they were able to sever the power of the aliens to regain, to take them over. So kind of interesting. It's got a lot of divine power inside of it. It's said that the amulet actually holds the blood of Akatosh. So that's pretty significant when a god gives you some of his blood. The Emperor asked me to find his son.
I am one of the few who know of his existence. Many years ago I served as captain of Uriel's bodyguards, the Blades. One night Uriel called me into his private chambers. A baby boy lay sleeping in a basket. Uriel told me to deliver him somewhere safe. He never told me anything else about the baby, but I knew it was his son. From time to time he would ask about the child's progress. Now it seems that this illegitimate son is the heir to the Septim throne, if he yet lives.
Interesting. Where can I find Uriel's son?
His name is Martin. He serves Akatosh in the chapel in the city of Kvatch, south of here. You must go to Kvatch and find him at once. If the enemy is aware of his existence, as seems likely, he is in terrible danger. And please, let me know if there's anything you need. My resources here are limited, but I will help in any way I can.
Fair enough. Well, speaking of that, I could use some assistance.
I keep a few things here in my chest to resupply traveling blades.
Excellent.
Help yourself to whatever you need.
Thank you. I appreciate that. He's got Trials of St. Alessia. I'm just looking at the books he's got. Thief of Virtue, Manual Spellcraft on Morrowind. Interesting. Got some stuff for alchemy. Joffrey's chest. Oh, steel arrows. Nice. Steel bow. These are worth a little money. Can I carry these? Steel equipment's always good. Ooh, look, leather, not rough leather. And a bunch of potions. Well, we'll be taking those and a scroll of shock. Thank you. Let's swap out some of that gear. So what did we upgrade? Our gauntlets are still rough leather, but the rest is regular leather, and it's fully healed. We don't have to repair it. These aren't worth much anyway. Alright, well, we've got that figured out. Excuse me, Joffrey. Let's ask some more questions about what's going on here, if you don't mind.
Your first priority now should be to find Martin and bring him back here.
Right. Before I do that, do you know anything of Boris, the blade who was with me when the Emperor died?
One of the youngest blades ever to serve in the Emperor's personal guard. I am glad to hear that he survived, but I fear he will take the Emperor's death particularly hard.
Interesting. Tell me about Mehrunes Dagon, this Daedra you speak of.
The Daedra Prince of Destruction, an inveterate foe of all mortal races. He was involved with Jaeger Tharn's plot against the Empire years ago. It doesn't surprise me to find his hand in the current calamity.
When he says Jaeger Tharn's plot a time ago, that was actually the same Emperor, and that was back in Elder Scrolls 1 that came out like in the 90s. Yeah, long time ago. It's almost as old as I am, probably. I can't remember the release date. Might be a little younger than me, but anyway, or a little older than me. Or no, younger, yeah. But anyways, kind of interesting. So they mentioned the first Elder Scrolls game. There's a lot of stuff that jumps between games. That's why this is kind of a cool series if you've played them. Who are the Blades?
Yes, Boris told you right. I am the Grand Master of the Blades. We serve the Emperor and the Septim bloodline. Talos is our patron. You wonder to find me here? Discretion is our watchword. Only a few of us have the honor to serve publicly in the Imperial Guard.
Interesting. So a lot of them are undercover agents throughout the Empire. Makes sense. Kind of like the Secret Service of the Emperor. And we'll be seeing you, Joffrey.
Waste no time. You must find Martin before the enemy does.
All right. When he talks about those things, it's kind of interesting because Talos is one of the 9 divines. That's the one that's controversial. The elves don't like him.
Greetings, Redguard.
Greetings, Brother Pinner, whatever your name is. Alright, well, I'll just be going. But before I do, excuse me, Prior?
I know that you are on an important mission for the Blades. Please, if you need a horse, take mine from the Priory stables.
Wow. I'm glad we weren't rude to him now. That's a generous offer. Thank you.
Go with Talos's blessings. Do not fail.
With Talos's blessing. Oh, what's this? Assassination. The Black Horse Courier. Oh, no. So the Elder Council is acting in the stead of an emperor since this emperor's dead. They rule the empire until a new emperor is crowned. No one knows that he has a surviving heir. Huh. And that talks about his life. Interesting. Well, he offered us a horse, did he not? That sounds promising. What do we have here? Prior Mavorel's paint horse. Ah, finally, a horse. This is a much quicker way to get around. We walked all the way here from the east end of the Imperial City. Alright, well. Now becomes an important moment for us. Excuse me. The king... I mean, the amulet's safe, right? And yeah... I guess his son could be in danger, but... You know... all this stuff about the Empire and all this kind of brings up old bad feelings of how they ultimately put me in jail for doing my job. So, with that being said, I think some travel's in order. You know, I just got out of freaking prison after years. Oh, excuse me. There's this guy right here. Let's talk to him really fast. Excuse me, sir?
Hello.
Aranor?
I'm the shepherd here. Eranor's the name. And this is Weynon Priory.
I appreciate that. Hey, can you provide any assistance?
Well, I normally stay out of the affairs of the great folk that come through Weynon Priory to see Master Joffrey. But go ahead and take this hammer. You might have use of it, and I have others. Not much call for smith work around here in any case.
Fair enough.
Well, we both have better things to do than stand here all day exchanging idle gossip. Good day to you now.
Thank you, Aranor. I appreciate that. We got a repair hammer. Let's get on our new horse. And let's look here. So, we need... that's what I was talking about. Sorry. Thank you. I remember now. We just got out of prison. I mean, give us a break. You know, the last thing I want to do is go help the Empire lock me up. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go on a road trip. I'm going to set a marker for us here. Clear down at the other end of the province in Weynon. And we're going to get the freak out of here for a while. I'm sure that kid will be safe. I mean, nobody's going to mess with him, right? They don't even know he's alive. Joffrey doesn't need to know. I have no oath to protect the Empire. That was dissolved when I was stripped of my rank and thrown in the prison. So, let's go enjoy ourselves, see the countryside, take in that fresh, free air. Off to Weynon we go.